Lagos never sleeps, but that night something evil was awake. Benita stood on the balcony of her luxury apartment in Lekki, staring at the city lights, smiling at the life she once prayed for. She didn't know she had 10 seconds left to live. Behind her, her best friend Mira tightened her grip on a knife. Her hands were shaking, but her eyes were empty. Benita, I'm sorry. You have the life that should have been mine. Benita turned slowly, confused. Mira, what are you doing? If I can't have your life, then you shouldn't have it either. But what Mira didn't know, someone else was already watching them, and everything she planned was about to destroy her instead. 3 years earlier, before the money, before the betrayal, before the night Mira tried to kill her, Benita was just a poor village girl. Benita grew up in Oke-Ila village in Osun State. Life was harsh. Her father died when she was just 12. Her stepmother treated her like a servant. Every morning before sunrise, Benita carried heavy buckets to the village stream. While other girls went to school, she worked in the cassava farm. But Benita had a dream. She wanted to escape poverty. One person understood her struggle, her childhood best friend, Mira. One evening, under the mango tree, Mira said something that would change their lives forever. Benita, why are we suffering here? Let's go to Lagos. Benita laughed nervously. Lagos? We don't know anyone there. Mira leaned closer. People go there and return rich. Let's try. That night, they packed their few clothes and boarded a night bus to Lagos. They believed the city would save them, but Lagos doesn't save anyone. You have to fight for your place. Lagos was overwhelming. Noise, traffic, crowds everywhere. They found a tiny room in Ajegunle. The room was so small. Both girls slept on the same mattress. Money was running out fast. After weeks of searching, Benita finally found work. A cleaning job at a big salon in Victoria Island. It wasn't glamorous, but it was hope. One afternoon, a black luxury SUV stopped in front of the salon. Out stepped Adetukumbo Adeyemi, a powerful Lagos billionaire, owner of the biggest tech companies in Nigeria. Women stared. Employees panicked. Benita was quietly mopping the floor. She accidentally slipped and spilled water near him. Everyone froze, but instead of getting angry, Ade helped her up. That moment changed everything. Ade couldn't stop thinking about her, not because she was poor, but because she never begged. She was different. She never flirted, never asked for money. She treated him like a normal man. That intrigued him. Soon, he started visiting the salon more often just to see her. Months later, Benita's life transformed overnight. Ade rented her a beautiful apartment in Lekki Phase 1. He bought her clothes, sent her to business school, and treated her like a queen. But Benita never forgot Mira. She asked Mira to move in with her, and that was the biggest mistake of her life. At first, Mira pretended to be happy, but slowly, jealousy began to grow. She watched Benita's new life, luxury, love, money, attention. Meanwhile, Mira was still struggling, and bitterness began to poison her heart. Mira tried to find her own rich boyfriend. She went to parties, clubs, luxury events, but nothing worked. Then she made a terrible decision. If she couldn't find a billionaire, she would have to steal Benita's. Mira began seducing Ade, flirting, touching, dressing provocatively, but Ade ignored her. He only loved Benita. That rejection destroyed Mira's pride and turned jealousy into hatred. One night, Mira sat alone in the kitchen, thinking if Benita disappeared, everything would belong to her. The apartment, the money, the billionaire. And that was the night Mira decided Benita had to die. Back to the night Mira raised the knife, but just as she moved toward Benita, the apartment door burst open. Police officers rushed inside. Drop the knife! Mira froze. Benita gasped. Finally, Mira was arrested for attempted murder. Ade sat beside Benita. I knew something was wrong, he said quietly. I installed cameras weeks ago. Mira was deeply disappointed. Her jealousy had destroyed her life. Benita sat there shaking, realizing something painful. Sometimes your worst enemy is the friend who knows you best. Mira went to prison. Benita moved on, and her love with Ade grew stronger. But one lesson stayed with her forever. Not everyone who suffers with you wants to see you succeed. Sometimes they only want your life.